Let's talk about the curriculum that we ditched in 4th grade. Hi, my name is Jennifer. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate your time. On this channel, we talk about all things homeschool, and a lot of that is curriculum. I am a self-proclaimed curriculum junkie, and I really enjoy it. In our homeschool this year, we had a one-switch policy, a one-time switch. So for any curriculum that wasn't working, and both of us agreed that it was not working, then we would switch it one time only. I wasn't going to keep buying curriculum, basically, every time something got hard or difficult or boring. And so we did have that one switch policy. But for the most part, we stuck with a lot of the curriculum that once we got flowing, once we started things, once we were flowing, we stuck with it. Let's talk about what we didn't stick with in 4th grade. The first one is state the facts. So this is just a workbook, and for each state, there is a list of pertinent information about the state. They have this worksheet that you can fill out for each state. And my goal for United States geography was, number one, to reinforce where the states were, because my daughter had already learned that in 3rd grade, but I wanted to reinforce it. Number two, learn the capitals for each state. And then number three, to get a general knowledge about the states, not all kinds of specifics, but just a general knowledge like populace or the largest state, or something like that. And this book absolutely 100% does that. The problem was my daughter thought it was boring. She didn't like completing the pages. She wanted a little bit more diversity than just one or two different types of worksheets. And she didn't like reading the black and white pictures without a lot of other information on it. And we had brought in some different things, and she didn't like it. And so we ditched this and took up the MasterBooks U.S. Geography program, and we only have 3 states left. We're almost finished with that. So if you are interested in our final review on the MasterBooks U.S. Geography, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button because it will be coming out in the next probably 3 weeks maybe, because like I said, we only have 3 states left. So the first thing that we ditched was state facts. When we started the 4th grade curriculum, I had purchased this ABEKA spelling, vocabulary, and poetry book, along with the ABEKA readers and the grammar book. Now, we stuck with this grammar book. We did ditch the spelling, vocabulary, poetry, and then the readers. ABEKA is a very traditional spelling curriculum. It's all about just memorizing how the word spells, and then you take your test. And what was happening, I was noticing within the first few weeks, is she was forgetting how to spell the words she had just memorized for the test. So she had memorized them for the test, and then she had just gotten rid of them. And so we did switch to SpellingUSee. Now, if you're interested in more about our spelling curriculum and the language arts curriculum overall, I will go ahead and link that video here. We are really enjoying the SpellingUSee curriculum, I guess, as much as we can, because my daughter still doesn't like spelling. But that is another curriculum. The ABEKA spelling is another curriculum that we did ditch pretty early on. Next is writing. Now, we had the spectrum writing to begin with, which is a very fine curriculum. It gives you some writing prompts and just some writing tips, and it's full color. And this we ditched and went to IEW in January. And the reason we did that is it has very little to do with the spectrum writing curriculum. My daughter was a reluctant writer and she is doing much better now, but we really needed something that held our hands with writing, and we needed something that took us step by step, gave us multiple ideas for banned words, and it was just, we needed more out of a writing curriculum. Where my daughter was a reluctant writer, she's, like I said, she's getting so much better. We needed something that basically would just hold hands in the writing process. We had tried writing prompts, we had tried a number of different things, but we found the IEW, All Things Fun and Fascinating, and we really liked it. Now, along those same lines, this one is on me. This one's my fault. I had wanted a Bible curriculum, and I chose the Who Am I, which is, you have your textbook, and then you also have a notebooking journal. And so we utilized in the first semester, we utilized a number of different resources for Bible, which is why I wanted to go with a Bible curriculum in the second semester. And so this is the one that I chose, and I really like it. I like the content in it. I like the content. There is quite a bit of reading, which is one of the reasons that we ditched it. But the main reason is the notebooking journal. I had chosen a journal, which, like I said, my daughter was a reluctant writer. So why would I choose something where she is supposed to be doing a lot of writing? And again, that is totally on me. And so we will keep this curriculum. I think that maybe in a year, maybe 2 years, we'll come back and try this again, because like I said, I really like the content, but I should have known better than to do a journaling curriculum for a reluctant writer. The last one that I would like to talk about is science. We started with ABEKA Science. So ABEKA Science is the science textbook and then also the health textbook. And we did a couple of chapters in this. We did the general science, and then we did the insects. And for the insects, it is 38 pages of insects. And the way it is set up is you're very traditional. So you have reading, and then you have your comprehension checks, and there were a couple of individual activities, which we did. We tried to catch insects. We did try to catch the insects. There is a activity book that goes with it, and so you can be a backyard detective and try to find insects in your backyard, which we did. And then you would need to identify different insects, and it's very much very traditional. So it's more of presenting the information in reading, you have a little bit of hands-on, and then you take your test. And we wanted something that was much more hands-on. We're all about science experiments here, and so I really looked for something that had more science experiment options, that science experiments and hands-on was part of the curriculum. Now, and so we chose MasterBooks. We switched from ABEKA to MasterBooks for the science. I'll go ahead and link a video here where I'm talking about some of the differences between ABEKA Science and MasterBooks Science. But those are really the main changes that we made in 4th grade. I hope that this video has been helpful to you. Please leave a comment down below and let me know how your curricula went for your homeschool this year. Did you stick with what you started with? Did you make changes? If you did, I would really like to know why. Why did you stick with it, or why did you make changes? As I mentioned, I'm very interested in curricula, and so any information that you could provide, I would really appreciate it. Again, if curriculum curriculum is something that you are interested in, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give us a like, because we are planning on quite a few videos regarding curriculum throughout the coming months. We do talk about all things homeschool on this channel, but curriculum is definitely one of my favorites. So I hope that you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.